But the biggest news right now in the Bay Area is Draymond Green opting out of his deal. He had a player option for $27.5 million. Now he's opted out. Obviously, he wants more years. He wants an extension. And Rich Paul just told ESPN that we will continue to talk to Golden State and explore all options. It was expected Green would opt out, and now we can talk with the Warriors, explore signing trades, and free agencies. The Warriors have been motivated to sign Green to a new deal. So what does that new deal look like? Is it 3 years, $75 million, which is $25 million per? Is it $30 million per, which would make it a 3 year, $90 million deal? Is it $23 million per, which would make it a 3 year, essentially $70 million deal? What do you do with Draymond Green? What happens next? 888-957-9570. What's the cap? What is it? Is it $30 million per season? Are you willing to give him that? Are you willing to give him $25 million? Do you believe he's played his last game as a member of the Golden State Warriors? All that's on the table here. 888-957-9570. Shaska, your initial thoughts on Draymond Green. Draymond Green opting out of this deal.
I want to know what his value is to other teams financially, like years and money. That's what I want to know. Because I'm looking at some of these deals, like set for next year, already locked in place, essentially, whether they have an option or this is what they're guaranteed to get. Let's start it at the 13th highest paid player going into next year as of right now. Rudy Gobert, $41 million. Everyone would agree. That's an overpay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anthony Davis, Chris Middleton, both making $40 million. Trae Young making $40 million. Luka, Zach LaVine, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, Pascal Siakam, Drew Holiday, then Devin Booker, Kat, and then Porzingis. So from about 12 to 25, it's a lot of overpays. And they're all in that $36 to $40 million range. I just think once you start talking $30 million a year, right, like that's where you get into the overpay area. And can this team afford to overpay given their luxury bill?
I don't know, man. I don't know what the Warriors doing. Mike Dunleavy Jr.'s presser in about an hour and 39 minutes. We'll carry it live here on 95.7 The Game. He's going to talk to the media at 11 o'clock, and I'm sure he will be asked about Draymond Green, and I'm sure Mike Dunleavy Jr. will say all the right things about Draymond Green, saying, hey, we want him back, and we got to work on that. That's what's going to be said today. We're not going to get any real answers on how they feel about Draymond Green.
So let me give you like players number 35 through 40 who are in this $30 million range. Donovan Mitchell at $33 million, De'Aaron Fox at $33 million, Bam Adebayo at $33 million, Jason Tatum at $33 million, DeAndre Ayton at $33 million, which feels like an overpay. Gordon Hayward at $32 million. That feels like an overpay. Like, so listen to those names. Mitchell, Fox, Bam Adebayo, Jason Tatum. That's their value. $33 million right now.
So is Draymond as valuable as DeAndre Ayton?
So that's where I think he has an argument. But I think most people with good sense would say DeAndre Ayton is overpaid.
Go to Aaron Gordon.
And he's a lot younger.
Go to Aaron Gordon.
Let's go down to 20.
Aaron Gordon, I believe, is going to be making $27 million next season.
So Dre was set to make $27 million.
Right.
Okay, I'm going down. Aaron Gordon is set to make $22 million next year.
$22 million. Aaron Gordon, $22 million. Now, you look at what Aaron Gordon just did, and look, the way people are critiquing Clay and Jordan Poole is kind of based off the postseason. A lot of things are based off the postseason, right?
Well, as I was scrolling, do you know who's getting paid more than Aaron Gordon right now, but less than Draymond Green was set to make this year?
Who?
Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins.
You tell me who's more important for the Warriors. The year they won the championship, that playoff run, who was more important?
Andrew Wiggins.
Okay.
Not even close.
Who's in their prime?
Andrew Wiggins.
So he's going to make $24 million, and Draymond wants to make more than that, essentially.
I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So I'm looking at the postseason, right?
Interesting.
Aaron Gordon making $22 million, average 13 points a game, 35 minutes, 6 rebounds, 2.5 assists, nearly a block shot.
And guarding great players.
But he shot 52% from the floor, and get this, he shot 39% from three. Aaron Gordon. And as you mentioned, he guarded LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler. And in the first round was guarding Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards.
Yes.
Draymond Green, as great as he is defensively, I didn't see a lot of him on Anthony Davis.
How many guys that I'm listing of the $30 million plus players are defense first guys?
They're all offensive guys.
And most of them are overpaid.
That's
Like, Gobert is grossly overpaid. We all agree.
That's what the league is about.
I know.
It's about getting buckets. It's about getting buckets. And even Aaron Gordon, who was a defensive specialist, started getting buckets when they needed buckets.
Well, especially early in games. They set the tone by getting him the ball early in games around the rim.
That's the biggest thing for me. If I knew Draymond Green would commit offensively and he averaged, say, 12 to 14 points a game, I'd say resign the guy right now. It'd be worth it because of what he does defensively. But on this team, on this iteration of the Golden State Warriors, him being a defensive specialist and running that defense and picking up the ball and running full court and passing it to Steph and being at the top and running that split action without being a threat offensively, this team needs more from Draymond Green. They need more from him offensively. And I don't know if I'm getting that consistently over 82. That's where my issue is. It has nothing to do with everything else. When we're talking strictly basketball, and Anthony Davis is chilling in the paint, and he's wide open at the top of the key, I need Draymond Green to shoot that basketball. I need him to be aggressive offensively. We don't see that. The images in our head right now about Draymond Green, as it is about Klay Thompson, because I agree, Klay Thompson was awful against the Lakers. And we see him clanking shot after shot after shot after shot. Clank, 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 clank. Well, I can't unsee Draymond Green driving by Dennis Schroeder, avoiding a layup and throwing it away, or missing a layup, or not putting it back against Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder. If I knew Draymond Green would be aggressive offensively, can get me double-figure scoring every single game, I'm good with Draymond being here. It's the offense, Shasky. It's the way that it compromises the offense. What can we not see about that? It kills the spacing for Klay. It kills the spacing for Stephen Curry. It kills the offense when you go from a great to good shot. It screws everything up.
We're looking at the name and the resume, the players right now. If Looney and Draymond were both on the open market, don't you think their contracts would be closer than people want to admit?
Yeah.
So what is Looney making next year? $9
Kevon
million?
Looney is making next year $7.5 million.
So, okay. So just, I want people to take a deep breath.
$7.5 million.
So Looney is making $7 million. Now, I think Dre can do some different things that Looney can't do, and Looney can do some things that maybe Draymond can't do. They're closer than we want to admit. They're not $20 million apart, though.
No.
As players.
I don't think so.
Do you?
Looney just played 82 games as well. And I know some of those games he was in and out, and his minutes fluctuate or whatnot. But I look at game 3, right? And I look at game 3, which was probably the most balanced game the Warriors had all postseason.
Offensively and
Sacramento.
defensively.
Yep, offensively, defensively. Maybe you could throw in game 5. But Looney in that game was 2 of 6. He grabbed 20 rebounds, dropped 9 assists, and scored 4, but was so impactful that he slowed down Sabonis. Sabonis was awful in that game. Hell, Sabonis was awful because Looney was doing a great job. Now, Draymond did his part too. But to your point about being $20 million apart, Looney is 7.5. Now, is Draymond Green coming in taking a pay cut? I don't know. I don't think so. Not with Rich Paul as his agent.
I just want people who watch the Warriors this year to look me in the face and say, yeah, Draymond Green is 4 times the player that Kevon Looney is in terms of pay scale. No. I just have a hard time swallowing that.
Well, Draymond Green has reiterated over and over and over again.
If that's what he's looking for, $28 million a year.
Draymond Green has reiterated over and over and over again, I want to be a Warrior for the rest of my life.
Okay. I want to be at 95-7 a game the rest of my career.
Now,
sometimes,
Now, the Warriors may give in and give him that money. Now, how will you feel about that? So, Steve Kerr mentioned we're not a contender without Draymond Green.
Doesn't this feel a lot like Jimmy G?
Do people believe that? Let me ask you this.
But doesn't this feel a lot like Jimmy G, where everyone's like, yeah, he's good. But at the price point that he's making, he's not as good as you need him to be.
See, I think people would disagree with that. Draymond Green is a proven champion, and people will say that you got to look beyond the box score when it comes to Draymond Green, which you have to do.
Okay, well, that I agree with.
The IQ. Would you say Draymond Green is a smarter player in this sport than Jimmy Garoppolo is in his sport?
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah, but I also think that part of the narrative around Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm talking about the money allocated to him, right? You're giving him good to great money, and he's just a okay player.
Yeah, but Draymond Green made an all-defensive team this year. I don't think that's fair.
Okay.
I don't think that's fair. Steve Kerr did mention after the season, we're not a contender without Draymond Green. Is that all the leverage that Draymond needs? Does Joe Lacob feel like that? Does Mike Dunleavy Jr. feel like that? Some people may argue to say that the Warriors aren't a contender with Draymond Green. Here's what Balmonte Jones, who joined us at 8:30 here on the Morning Roast, said about Draymond Green's market. Here's how he felt Draymond Green's market will play out.
He's in one of those situations where he is really, 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 really valuable to one team. I don't think that there will be this giant market out there for him, at least not for a deal of any length. Like, I think that if I'm another team, I might be interested in a 1 or 2 year deal with Draymond, right? They just kind of see how it goes, because that's another guy that I don't think is going to get better as this goes along. Like, by math, he should be like 33 or 34 at this point. I don't think you could be optimistic about where it's going to go with an undersized player as he gets older.
So that's where we're at with Draymond Green. Where's Dave in Livermore at with Draymond Green? Dave, what's happening? You're on the roast.
What's up, guys? I wanted to talk about Draymond. To me, he's worth a mid-level exemption, and here's why. Monte, I know you agree with me. So when it comes to him in the playoffs, every year for the next 3 years we get to the playoffs, we have to face Davis and we have to face Jokic. Draymond's not that man. I'm sorry, he's just not. And then his temper, he'll get kicked out of a game when we need him the most. We've seen that before. And then I wanted to say, yes, we might not be a competitor without him, but if we get to that point, we're not going to win with him. That's all I got.
All right, Dave.
He's worth more than the mid-level exception.
Yeah, that's disrespectful to a Hall of Famer. He's definitely worth more than that.
I think it was $8 million.
But that's another. He brings up a great point. Is Draymond helping you get past the Denver Nuggets?
Well, that's, I think, the fairest of all the points. Sabonis was guarded better, because you're going to get through Sabonis too. I think people are sleeping on the Kings. I think we're sleeping on the Kings.
We got the Kings.
No, I think we keep forgetting about the Kings.
They're a problem.
So, like, Looney did such a great job against Sabonis.
And they were in on the Bradley Beal sweepstakes. Kings are swinging big right now.
I think so too, and they're smart too. They should absolutely do that. But again, everyone wants their feel good, when it comes to Draymond Green, but they also don't realize that there is a right price, right, to do business. And to me, the price point of $28 million is too steep. $30 million, too steep.
Maybe the deal's already done, though. What deal's already done?
It might be.
We may listen to the presser, and Joe Lacob may say, "Yeah, we're signing Draymond Green. He's not going nowhere." And that'll kill all this noise. But all I'm trying to do is think about a roster that could get past the Denver Nuggets, the LA Lakers, because the Lakers, let's be real, that series went 6. The Lakers blew out the Warriors twice.
I mean,
blew them out
Game
the
6
gym.
wasn't close.
Wasn't close. Game 3, after the second quarter when the Warriors were fiddling with the basketball, they got ran out the gym. Some people were saying, it's got a text from Sack and Teller, produces NBC. Boy, Draymond Green opted out on JP's birthday.
The one guy he didn't invite to the wedding.
Making it Dre Day, not JP Day. No, I don't know if that's true. JP was overseas in Europe.
Hope your birthday is booming.
Oh, man.
I heard you've been working really hard as a defense attorney.
Oh, man, let's go to Scott Moran. Scott, what's happening? Let's never get old.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Scott?
How you doing?
Oh, good, man.
Hey, guys. There's a lot of slander towards Draymond going on, man. I mean, it's the guy anchors the defense and runs the offense. I mean, he deserves every penny he gets. If you compare him to Looney, I mean, that's come on now.
Well,
I mean, Looney.
Wait, time out. Steph Curry runs the offense, number one. Okay, let's call it what it is.
Man.
Yeah. Come on. If you're going to handle the ball that much, he actually has a poor assist to turnover ratio for a point guard.
Listen, man.
Talking facts, doggy.
The ball goes into Draymond's hands, and he grabs a rebound. He takes the ball up the floor. Come on, man.
Okay.
You guys.
I watched Aaron Gordon take the ball up the floor.
Dude needs. I'd give him 3 years and 75 offer. If he wants more than that, I would go up to 80, 85 million.
Oh, you're
worth every penny.
So Scott, real quick. How predictable is that offense with Draymond Green running it? I don't disagree that he's important to this basketball team, but let's be real. This offense became pretty predictable with him running the show, right?
Look, dude, they were one of the most efficient five on the floor when when Wiggins was there. I mean, it's a big difference when Wiggins wasn't there. That was a huge thing. With Wiggins in that lineup and Draymond doing what he does, it's a no-brainer to pay him and keep him on this team. And Kerr is 1,000% correct. They don't win without Draymond, and he played pretty damn well against the Joker a couple years ago in the playoffs.
Jokic had no Jamal Murray and no Michael Porter Jr. in that series too. So if we're going to be nuanced, then let's tell the whole story.
Yeah, but you guys talk about Draymond like he's some side piece.
No,
show some respect.
No, we are respected, Scott. Hey, I respect your opinion, Scott. Please call back. I love the call, and that's okay to be entitled to that opinion. My thing with Draymond is, can he be aggressive offensively? And I'm not talking about him like a side piece. He's been a very important figure with the Golden State Warriors in winning championships. But let's not talk like he's the lead singer. The lead singer is Steph Curry. The heart and soul of the team is Steph Curry. The culture is Steph Curry. The heartbeat is Steph Curry. So let's not get it twisted that Steph Curry is not the franchise. It all starts and ends with number 30, Stephen Wardell Curry. So let's get that straight, all right? Let's stop talking like Steph Curry ain't the lead singer. He is the lead singer. And if he wants to go solo, then he can go solo. All right, let's stop with that. Number two, during that championship run from a season ago, who's the second best player on that roster during that playoff run?
It was Andrew Wiggins. When they went on a run on the road in Boston, Draymond was shook.
Draymond was not on the floor.
No one's saying that he's not good. My point is this. It's very simple. Like, the respect. I've respected him when I gave him a 4-year, $100 million extension, and he quit on me immediately. That was respect. I've paid him handsomely throughout his career. We've given him tons of respect. I'm saying I don't think he's $22 million worth more than Kevon Looney. That's all. That's all I'm saying. If we're going to make all this, he shouldn't make less than Jordan Poole. Well, then I also don't think he should be making more than Andrew Wiggins. Right. And I also don't think he should be making $22 million more than Kevon Looney.
My thing is this. My thing is this. With Draymond Green, are you a contender without him? No. But are you a contender with Draymond Green right now? This iteration of the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, but you need to do a lot of tinkering. I think that's the bigger thing.
So
it's not does Dre help you win? It's I have so few moves I can make. The Draymond move is one of them to get better. Because if you keep Draymond, the only other move that you have to get better is stapling some young guys together with Jordan Poole, and now you're selling them on their lowest as well.
So that's where we're at with that. I got no problem with Draymond. But also when you re-sign Draymond Green, it's everything else that comes with it that did not help. You're going to get the outburst. You're going to get the technicals. You're going to get some yelling and some screaming, which, these are big boys. They can handle it. But you're going to get something. You're going to get other stuff from Draymond Green. And the podcasting. How many people called the show with tired of the pod? I don't care what these players do in their off time. You can podcast. It gives us content. But at some point, when it came to the Draymond Green podcast, we were just like, what? We're not even going to play the sound. They're over it. I don't even want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of get tired of it. So, I'm not disrespecting Dre, but I'm looking at this organization moving forward saying, can you pay this guy 3 years for $80 million, $90 million? We're talking big boy money. Big boy money.
And are you able to develop the roster around him? Anyone, or you just have to go all young? Like, will Draymond allow for the development of young players at all?
Don't know.
Will that cost you more as well? Because if you look at salaries, veterans either make minimum or more money than what the rookies are making, the youngsters are making on their rookie deals. Again, so you have to understand how you can make moves and make your roster better in the NBA. You can't just have everyone you want. Just keep everybody, run this tax bill up to $250 million a year and bow out in the first and second round. That's bad business.
888-957-9570.
You were a 50-point game away in Game 7 from Steph Curry from losing to the Kings in a series where he got thrown out of.
Yep. And suspended. Kicked out of a game 2 and suspended in game 3.
And Looney was infinitely more impactful in that series than Draymond. Now, that's not the end-all, be-all, but I think that had they lost that series, I think the way we're talking about Draymond is a lot different.
Now, a lot of people disagree with this. Again, I ran into a lady after swim class with baby Ches and Anna last Thursday. She said, you cannot let go of Draymond Green. You need his IQ. You need his defense. You need everything that he brings. This is emotional. There's an attachment with Draymond Green with this organization, and it feels like people are more attached with Draymond Green than they are with Klay Thompson, which is wild to me. Which is wild in a sense. And I get it. Trust me, I get it. I understand it. It will be a hard day for Dub Nation when Draymond Green does walk away from this organization, whether that's this week, whether that's 3 years from now. It'll be a tough day.
I want to read 2 texts back to back here. I'm tired of this narrative. This is from the 510. I'm tired of this narrative. The Dubs can't win without Draymond. Enough. Steph Curry's the reason. We forget that Siakam was dominating him in that 2019 finals. The next one. I'm just reading some of these. Some of the callers are stuck in 2017 with their assessment of Draymond Green. It's time to face the music that the juice isn't worth the squeeze and it's not worth what he's asking for.
Now, there's also people defending Draymond Green. You don't understand what Draymond Green brings to the table. He's undervalued. Hey, listen, man, Luis, I guess it's for ratings. That's why they're disrespecting Draymond. We're not Listen, man, whenever we criticize a player or when we talk about a player, it's not slanderous. We don't hate these guys. Like you guys, some of you guys on YouTube, and I love you all. I appreciate everybody watching right now. We don't personally hate nobody on the team. We love these teams, all right? Let me get a couple things straight here because we do this every single day. We critique Klay Thompson, people get mad and angry. You critique Jordan Poole, people get mad and angry. Or they applaud, say, he deserved to get punched. No, that's reckless. That's reckless stuff right there. Not doing that. But if we critique the players, because they did not win the championship. They got smoked in the second round by the LA Lakers, and the Warriors basically were playing 3-on-5 offensively. Draymond was not a factor. Looney was not a factor. You got punked in the paint by the LA Lakers. So that's what happened. And so if you run the same roster back, how do you get better? How do you overcome the LA Lakers? How do you overcome the Denver Nuggets? How do you overcome the Phoenix Suns? How do you overcome the LA Clippers? That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to figure out a way to get better.
Well, here's the quandary. 408, I think this is a really good text. Bottom line, you need Draymond to contend, but you also need Draymond to give you financial room to fill in the gap for his offensive deficiencies and to improve the roster around him. And that's the rub. That's the catch-22 right now. I don't think just rolling Draymond back, I don't think you're in the top 2 or 3 of the West. That's just me. I think the Kings are coming. I think the Nuggets are here to stay. I don't know what's going to happen with the Lakers, but I know they'll make some moves.
Right.
So right now, you're at best, and that's if everything fires off on all cylinders, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All I'm doing is asking a question. Because I just want players who's going to help this team win. Winning is fun. I hate losing. I hate watching my teams lose. All right? I do. Draymond Green just opted out of his deal worth $27.5 million for next season. As Dumas just tweeted, and I've been saying this the last 45 minutes, he's probably looking for a deal to line him up with Steph Curry if he does remain a member of the Golden State Warriors. Steph's got 3 years left on his deal. I'm cool with bringing Draymond Green back, but at what price point? What's the price point? What's the price point? Or is he worth it because of what he's done in the past? Is that what we're basing it off of? What he's done in the past? So let's pay him for what he's done in the past, and let's pay him moving forward. That type of money. That's not a great business model. And I don't pretend to be Charles Schwab or one of these financial establishments. But what is it worth? Last year was not fun. We all admit last year was not fun. And why was it not fun? Well, the guy you want to pay moving forward had a big hand in the season not being fun. And he admitted it. He admitted it.